In this episode, I'm going to look at my old Samsung CLP510 color laser printer that prints on both sides of the paper. This is the one that was giving me trouble. It's been in service for 18 years. It finally bit the dust. Let's see what's wrong. This time I'm going to tackle this old Samsung CLP510. This is my old laser printer that was, well, lately it hasn't been printing that good. I know it needs toners and stuff. It probably needs the drum replaced or the transfer belt. This is old. This thing's like 18 years old. It's never been touched. Yeah, it's pretty dirty because it sits under it. It would sit under the desk in the corner, and the cat would always like to sit on it because it was warm. So God only knows what I'm going to find when I open this up. This unit has never been touched. It's just been sitting in the corner under my desk for 18 years. And it's never was never turned off. So I guess the first things first, we'll empty out the toner recovery tank, because it has been emptied before, but it needs to be emptied again. Normally you buy this as a replacement, but good luck. I don't even think I can get the toner for this thing anymore. It's so old. But we're gonna pull this apart and see why it's printing so bad, and see whether I can just clean it and improve the print. So let's go empty this first in the garbage. I think when you work around photocopiers and laser printers, your hands tend to get dirty with toner. I guess first things first, I got to open up where the cartridges go. These are the 4 color cartridges. We'll remove the cartridges so I can get into the unit itself. Of course, these transfer the toner to the drum, which then transfers to the belt. The transfer belt, which then transfers to the paper. And this being both sides printing, it's got quite the elaborate paper path in it. So say it was a really good printer, in the fact that it's lasted 18 years before it started to print like crap a few months back. It's a good indication of how good this printer is, or was, and hopefully will be again once I clean it out. Next, I should be able to open. I think I can open this up. Push that button down. Oh, holy crap, look at all the dirt in here. Okay, this should lift out. That out, I think, like that. This should lift out. This is the transfer belt. This is probably where all the dirt is in here. This needs to be cleaned. And then there's the drum down below. This is the photosensitive drum that's in here. Should probably not expose this to too much light. But that's the drum that picks up the image from the laser, picks up the toners, and deposits the toner onto this transfer belt. So while I'm working on this, I'm just going to close that to keep the light away from the photosensitive drum. How this operates is it turns. It's a gear that feeds into it, and it spins this belt. There's the power going over. There's the belt over here. Here's the gear, right? So this operates and this turns like this. You can see there's a lot of dirt on here. This is probably where all the bad printing is coming from. This needs to be cleaned. I wonder if it's full. It's probably got a collector in it that's full. Actually, I think this is what takes the toner out and scrapes it and deposits it into that collection bin, if I'm not mistaken. That deposits it into the front here. Anyway, I'm going to take this and blow it out with my air compressor. So this piece here appears to be the drain port. When it's in, that opens, and that's what dumps the toner into that recovery bin. And as this is turning, as the gear turns, there's a screw that you see that goes through here. If you can see it, there's a screw. And that's supposed to transport the toner that gets scraped off into here. There's an auger in here, and that's supposed to transport the toner to the recovery. And this was just completely packed full of toner. I used my air compressor in here, and the cloud of dust that came out of this thing here was unbelievable. Just black dust everywhere from, well, toner, because it's been jammed full. But now you see, when I turn it, it's not leaving toner behind on here. the transfer belt is now clean. I wonder if that's going to make this thing print. I bet it's going to fix it. That would be it. If that was all it was just dirt, which is what happens, right? They need to be maintained and cleaned. I should probably blow out the dust and dirt from inside here as well. Pop this apart again. I think the drum comes out. There's probably another collection for that. I think it lifts up. If I lift that up, this should lift out. Aha, there is. So this is the photosensitive drum. So I don't want to expose this to too much light. But there is another collection on the back here. And this is it here. And I bet you this one is full as well. So I'll take this and blow this out too because, oh yeah, that's full. So let's go, I'm going to blow that out with the air compressor again. And then I'll blow this out with the air compressor and we'll see whether it prints better. Oops, tripped the breaker. Tripped the breaker again. There, I think we're up to power. We're up to a full tank of air now. All right. Okay, so I blew all the crap out of this. Drum's probably no good anyway, but we'll see. We'll put it back together if I can remember how it goes in. Just drops in like that. And then the transfer belt goes on top and it drops in like this. And then that lever goes back, and that lever goes back. All right. I can now test this thing and see if it works. That catch is not releasing. Why is it not? So I'm going to fire the unit back up. Let it initialize, and we'll try doing a test print, and then I'll bring my laptop out and see if it will print. I think the drivers are installed for my laptop. It says install magenta toner. Well, the magenta toner's in. Maybe it's not seated properly. I'll just reseat the toner cartridges. Okay, now it says it's ready. Excellent. Wonder how I do a test print on this. Low toner cyan, yeah, I know. Let me see if I can do a test print. Info, information, layout, printer, color, setup, information. Whenever I do that, whether it will print. It should print something. See how bad it looks. Jam in tray 1. Well, that's not good. Never good when it jams. Oh, okay. All right, let's see if that fixes it. Do I have to open it? I wonder. No paper jammed here. Okay, let's see if I can fix that. 2005 is when I got this printer. As I say, in the time I've owned this printer, it has run pretty much non-stop. Well, that page looked like crap. we'll try it again and see whether it'll print. Maybe a couple pages through it might clean things up a bit. Well, let's try another print. It said 12,646 pages on the imager, so it's probably getting worn out, but as you can see, it's a lot better than the first one. I bet you if I print a few more, it'll get considerably better, but $12,649 on this transfer belt. That's getting better. Yep, for sure. Better than it was when it was doing that, that's for sure. Darker, and it has less. So, if you ever run a few pages through this thing, it probably will improve. I think it's looking a little better than how it started. This is how it was printing before ripping it apart and cleaning it, and now it's printing a lot better, I think. And after doing a few pages, it seems to be improving. I'm sure that drum has these are the page counts on the consumables that are in there now, but the imager has had where are we here? 12,656 images on the transfer belt. The fuser 8,500. That's the times that the imager has gone around the transfer belt. Page count on this is well, it's not all that much. 4,300 black and white and 2006 color images, but the total image count 12,656. So the drum and everything's wearing out, right? But I think it's a lot better than it was before. It certainly is readable now. Might get better if I run a few more pages through it too, just as the crap that's in there that's settling down finally, because I blew all the toner around in there, right? As it accumulates and settles down, it probably will get a bit better, but I think it's noticeable that it certainly is better than it was before, even though it's a really old printer. Anyway, that's one of these printers inside, how to take the thing apart and how to clean it up. It's just, there was a lot of just dirt in it from consumables. Anyway, thanks for watching. I doubt that I'm going to put this back into service because I bought a new one, but if I can get it to print properly in color, I will. But I bought a new one for printing stuff, so it's unlikely I'll put this one back into service. But it's a neat old printer, 18 years, doesn't owe me anything. Thanks for watching.